Holy Long John Silver!
Holy Long John Silver Batman. I couldn't have said it any better myself. That sums up my sentiments exactly. Silver, $34. Congratulations to all holders. As Drudder mentioned in his last video, that's a double from 6 months ago from $17. And not too many commodities can boast a double from $17. I mean, when I first came on here just over 2 years ago, silver was $11, 30 or something like that. So we've seen more than a triple in those 2 years. So well done to all holders. I still get asked, should I be buying at these levels, $34? It's really it's the hardest question to answer, because obviously, I wish you had seen my videos and all the other videos that were out 2 years ago, even 1 year ago. You could have still picked it up for $17, that sort of money. But buying at $34, again, it depends at your risk profile and your current silver stack. If you have no silver, if you have nothing, just fiat money sitting in a bank account, earning interest, then you need to have a core position at any price. I know it must feel hard to come in as silver is making these all-time highs, 30 years highs at least, tradable highs I like to call this, because I mean during the Hunt Brothers spike you couldn't trade it, or you had to, it wasn't at these levels for weeks and months, it was at them for a couple of days. So tradable highs, we've never been this high in silver. And I know it's hard to buy at those highs, but if you don't have a core position, what are your alternatives? And if you can't answer what your alternatives are, or if your alternative is just cash in the bank, then although I'm not a financial advisor in this sense, I would say that everyone needs to have a core position and hold it as insurance, not as an investment. If silver pulls back and tests the breakout, which I hope it does. I hope it does for all those looking to get back in the $30 level. Then might be the chance to stock up. But it may not. So you do want that core position always. That's my answer to the. I probably get 3 or 4 requests every day. Not to mention sort of comments on videos, sort of questioning as such as well. So there's a lot of people trying to get into the market. That's one reason why I thought we'd also see a correction, is because the public is in this market big time. If you look at the commitment of trader reports. Now normally that's a bearish thing, and that's why I put that video up saying I've got some concerns about the silver chart. If you notice in that video, I never said to sell short, or I never said to sell some silver at that point. I just said it's a concern, and if that concern plays out, it's a buying opportunity, not a selling opportunity. And the reason why I had that is because the market, the public, are in this market now. Now, as I said, normally that's a bad thing for the price. Once the public is in, the commercials move in and short the market and clean out the public. But in those very few cases in history, especially in the gold market, but also in the silver market, a la the Hunt Brothers, the public, it's been the will of the public that has driven silver to its whatever highs it went to at that period of time. So ultimately, when this thing does unravel, it'll be because of the public demand, I guess, just driving the physical market to much higher levels. So there is an end game that involves the public, and this could be the start of it, because the public is involved in this market. Could be a very bad thing for the price short term, or it could be the end game of silver. We'll soon find out, and we'll probably know in the next 6 months how this plays out. One thing I'm looking at is the lease rates, the metals lease rates, silver leasing rates, which if you remember back to my very first video, if you haven't seen it, probably now is a good time to go and watch that video. You'll see a shy, timid John in front of the camera, not really looking like a deer in the spotlights. But I mentioned the silver lease rates. That is sort of the thing you want to be watching to see signs that the physical market is blowing up. And now we're seeing the lease rate spike consistently. Before you might get a spike and then it would settle down, but now you're seeing consistent spikes in the silver lease rates. Now why is that important? Well, mainly because the bullion banks are not willing to lease their silver out. Now the lease rates are a percentage. So if it's 1%, it's 1% of the silver price. So if silver is $17, If they lease their silver out, they're going to make more money with silver at $34. So there's no real reason why you'd want to increase those rates as the price of silver increases, because you're already making more money with your silver because the price has gone up, or you're making more money leasing your silver, I should say. But what it does indicate is a tightness in that leasing, and the unwillingness of the banks to want to lease that silver out to the markets, the bullion banks. So it is showing a tightness in the market, and that's probably what's going to blow this market up, is the physical. And something we've been saying on this channel, and not just this channel, but anyone who's watching the silver market, it's going to come down to the physical market and the demands of the public, and we're starting to see those signs now. It's getting very, very exciting in the silver market. So very interesting. Secondly, I want to talk about SpotMex. A few people have asked me, how is this possible, silver at spot price? I'm going to let you know what it is, because we are close to launching now, and so it's probably, it's not a bad idea to let the cat out of the bag, so to speak. What SpotMex will be is a meeting place where people can come to buy and sell silver. So just two members of the public. It's not like I'm going to be selling silver. It's going to be you selling silver with potentially some other YouTuber buying it, or vice versa. If you need to let go of some silver, it'll be a meeting place, sort of like eBay, but without the heavy premiums that eBay charges. In fact, no premiums. And firstly, let me clarify the spot sales. Like, for example, I make sales with people here on YouTube who need to sell their silver quickly. I might buy $5,000 or $6,000 worth of silver from someone on YouTube at spot price, and we do that instantly. They're happy because they've made a quick sale, and they don't have to take it to a broker who's going to pay them under spot price for the silver. I'm happy because I don't have to go to a broker and pay over spot price for the silver. So meeting at spot price keeps both parties relatively happy. Now, there will be an option for people to sell it above spot price as well. If the physical market is getting tight and premiums are a natural progression in the market, there's going to be that option to allow higher than spot price transactions to take place, but only if the market is meeting that, if that makes sense. So it's going to be quite a sophisticated site, and one that I think will benefit me as a silver buyer and sometimes a silver seller when I need to raise some cash. And I think everyone on this channel here will check that out as well. So it's going to be a completely free site to use. We're going to make money from advertising, and an upgrade if you buy over a certain amount of silver or want certain specific notifications, you pay a small amount extra per month, but that's optional. It's mostly going to be a free site, and yeah, that's it. And it's coming very soon. I'm very excited about it. I think it's exactly what this community needs, exactly what I've been wanting myself for some time, and that's why we had the idea in the first place. Is, wouldn't it be good if there was a site like this? So it's going to blow AppMex out of the water. It's going to blow all the online dealers out of the water, and you'll be able to get silver at spot price, and if you're selling, be able to get spot price for it rather than take it to a broker. So that's SpotMex. Also, the other side of my business now is the stocks newsletter service. I write commentary and send out emails and stock research information. So you can sign up to that at www.theinsidetrader.com.au/gold silver. That service is for your larger investor who has enough physical and is looking to get into some stocks as well. The stocks are still lagging the gold and silver price. They're moving up now as well, but not to the same degree that they should be. I think the market is waiting to see if this move in the metals is real, because once these companies start reporting profits for the year or the 6 months or the quarter, with silver and gold at these prices, the profit's going to come in much higher than previous profits, and there's going to be a number of profit upgrades. So the shares are not reflecting that. So if you're interested in looking at some research, sign up to my service, theinsidetrader.com.au/gold silver, and get a free copy of Mike Maloney's book, a signed copy of Mike Maloney's book, Investing in Gold and Silver. And if you're interested in buying and selling the metal, when SpotMex launches, www.spotmex.com, pre-register there, and you'll be sent an email when the site launches. So check it out, guys. Thanks again. Congratulations to all holders. This is a real indication now that the physical market is about to go ballistic. Talk to you soon.